Hey everybody, welcome back to Ryan Makes Sense, where we talk personal finance, investing, and chart analysis. Today we're going to be talking about why you should be maxing out a Roth IRA. I think this goes for anybody who has more than 10 years, 15 years left to retire. We'll look at the do's and don'ts. We'll talk about different brokerages to actually match your Roth IRA contributions, which is insane because when I started contributing to my Roth IRA, there was no brokerage that would contribute or match a certain percentage to my Roth IRA. So it's very advantageous to do so now. We're going to look at different types of investments for your Roth IRA. Again, this isn't specified personal advice for everybody. This is just high level observations. And we'll see the importance of why you should have Roth IRA. Just get it out there. Number one, you don't get taxed in the future when you retire, unlike a 401k. So if you retire 30, 40, 50 plus years from now, are taxes going to be higher than they are today? Presumably, yes, because taxes have never gone down. So, contributing to a Roth IRA for retirement funds is extremely important, and the younger you are, the more of an advantage you have. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and hit the subscribe, the like, and let's jump on in. The Roth IRA, it is one of the most beautiful investment tools for retirement. You have your Roth IRA, you have a 401k, you have a Roth 401k. We'll talk about how you can do a backdoor Roth as well if you're converting a Roth 401k into a Roth IRA. And we'll also talk about if you don't meet the qualifications for a Roth IRA, if you make over 140,000 um, in the year 2023 and 2024, if you make over 161,000 single, or if you make 240 filing jointly, you cannot contribute to a Roth IRA. But what you can do is contribute to a traditional IRA. Then within the brokerage settings, you are then going to convert that from a traditional IRA to a Roth IRA. Tax implications are the same, but what you're doing is you are doing a backdoor into a Roth IRA account. So if you do make over 161,000 a year, do a little bit more research on this. Ensure that your brokerage allows you to do this. Again, I have my Roth IRA through Vanguard. Uh, if I were to start a Roth IRA today, I would look at some of the newer brokerages, more modern, Robinhood and Webull, just because they match your Roth IRA, which is absolutely incredible. That's insane. So make sure that they have that option before you start investing. If you don't meet the qualifications for a Roth IRA, can you open a traditional IRA in Robinhood, Webull, Fidelity, etc., etc.? And if you can convert that easily, what that looks like. So doing a little bit of pre-research there. So looking at 2024, not 2023, you are allowed to contribute $7,000. So you have some time. So if you do $7,000 2024, 2025, it'll probably be $7,000 as well. Look at the history here of how long it takes to update the limits for a Roth IRA. With the exception of 2023, that was 6,500, 2024, 7,000. I'm hoping 2025, that would be great if they made it 7,500. Let's see. Let's just do a little bit of homework together. I don't know if they've announced it already. It looks like 7,000 as well based off of Reddit, which do we trust Reddit? Probably not. Um, so that's the catch up. So 10,000, no, there's a couple different things flown around. What is the maximum IRA contribution 2025? If it's 10,000, That's pretty insane. Um, we'll see. I don't know when they update Roth IRA limits, but we'll go ahead and get back to the regular schedule program. Okay, so you are 18. We'll start with 18 and we'll go until, I don't know, let's see. Nope, 19. All right. So you're 18 years old, you start investing in the Roth IRA. So what you have to do once you open a Roth IRA, you have to find a fund or stock you want to invest in. I definitely encourage 99.9% of everybody look at investing in something of an index like the S&P 500. Ever since inception, it goes up 10% on average a year. So we're going to go ahead and we'll look at the ticker symbol VOO. That is a product of the S&P 500. That is a Vanguard related S&P 500. Ooh, look at this candle here. That is juicy. That is insane. Okay, so Vanguard offers a 1.29% dividend. So we're going to put 1.29. And annual share growth is about 10% on average. So what we can do is we can go here and just see the S&P 500 as of May, average yearly return of 10.16 over the last 20 years. So, I mean, that is pretty insane. So we'll do 10.16. All right. So if you start investing today at 18 years old, you will hit seven figures at 44 years old. That is 30, no, from 2024 to 2050, 26 years. Right into the SP 500, a no-brainer. And you are able to take out your Roth IRA once you're 59 and a half. So if you started investing at the age of 18, congrats. You can start to take qualified dividends. Your account would be at $5.7 million. Now, that's pretty insane because what you could then do is you could, within your Roth IRA, don't sell out everything and put it into your account. What you could do is take this base of 5.74 million and put that into a stock that or an index that pays 5 to 8%. In one case, we have, let's see what we got here. If you put that 5.74 million into a similar stock, so we would look at ticker symbol JEPQ as an example. So they pay a 9.28% dividend. So if you took your Roth IRA at the age of 59, or if you did it earlier, it really just depends. And you put this $5.7 million balance into JEPQ, which is this fund right here, this ETF, you would get 10% on your $5.74 million and you get paid, or it's 9.8%. So not only would your performance year to date grow 7%, so that 5.7 million grows 7%, but you're getting a dividend and it's going to be 5,740,000. And we're going to times that by 0.0928. $532,000 a year in perpetuity tax-free for the rest of your life. And if we divide this 532,000 divided by 12, each month you're getting paid 44,000 freaking dollars. So that's pretty insane. However, most people are not 18 years old when they start investing in a Roth IRA. What if you are 25 years old and you start investing tomorrow in 2024? Come on. Okay. So if you're 25 and you start investing in your Roth IRA this year until you retire, uh, at the age of 51, you have $1 million. At the age of 59, you'd have $2.6 million. Again, that's just investing in the S&P 500 at the age of 2025. There's so many different ETFs, indexes. Again, S&P 500 is pretty secure, making you feel, it's pretty good at making you feel secure. You don't have to weather the high volatility. Um, so again, 25, you're still looking at seven figures. When you're at 59 and a half, you have 2.6 million. Again, roll that 2.6 million into a high paying dividend fund or something that's not as high paying dividend, maybe a 5%. It really is up to you. So let's say you start investing in a Roth IRA when you are 30 and 31. Can I just fill? Nope. All right. So if you start investing at the age of 30 years old, starting 2024, you'll have $1 million at the age of 56. And again, you'll be at 1.5 million by the time you're 59 and a half. And you can start taking those distributions. You don't have to start taking them at 59 and a half. I think, let's see, the required RMD for Roth IRA. So that's the required minimum distribution. So, oh, there is no RMD rule for the Roth IRA. So, I mean, you could work until you're 70 if you want. It really is up to you. Or if your magic number is 5 million and you're 30 years old, you could work until you're 70 to get to 5 million. It's honestly so many different variations. Let's say you're now 40 years old and you want to start investing in a Roth IRA, but just noting that you're a little bit behind the curve, but that does not mean, that you're left behind. So if you're 40 years old and you open a Roth IRA today and you want to invest in the S&P 500, you're looking at your first million at the age of 66. And again, there's no required minimum distributions. As long as you continue to contribute 7,000 a year, you'll get to 1 million by the age of 66. Now, let's say you wanted to be a bit more aggressive. You're like, dude, I'm behind the curve. I need to get my poop in a group. What you can do, or what I just did, there's so many different routes you can take. I just Googled stocks that return 20% on average since inception. We have Berkshire Hathaway that does a 20% return since 1965. NVR, which is a home builder, has done 23.19% since 1993. That is 30 years ago. So it's up to you. But let's say we go with Berkshire Hathaway. Everybody knows Warren Buffett. So average 20% return. So we're going to go back here to 20%. And Berkshire Hathaway, do they do a dividend? They do not. Does NVR do a dividend? Let's see. They do not. So Berkshire Hathaway, 20% a year, no dividend. All right, you're 40 years old. At the age of 58, you will hit $1 million. Age of 67, you'll hit $5.7 million. If you're investing in Berkshire Hathaway and the market they continue to produce 20% a year. Now, if you're 18, we're just going to backtrack really quick. If you're 18 and you're investing in Berkshire Hathaway, let's just see what we get here. By the time you are 36, so 18 years after your 18th birthday, you're at $1 million. At the age of 59, when you can start distributions, you're at 74 million freaking dollars. That's insane. But let's go ahead back up here and let's say you're 50 years old and you don't have a Roth IRA. Let's see what we can do here. All right, so you're 50 years old. You want to obviously invest in a 20% plus stock that returns 20%. You'll hit 1 million at the age of 68. So again, 18 years after you start your Roth IRA. By the time you are, I don't know, let's say 77, you're at $5.7 million. So it's not the end of the world. But let's say, okay, I'm 50. I want to invest in a Roth IRA because I want to retire eventually, and I don't want to be taxed at this insane amount of tax rate we're at nowadays, which, I mean, can you imagine what taxes will be in 5, 10, 15 years from now? This Roth IRA is your ticket to financial freedom, in my opinion. So we do a little bit more research. Okay, 50 years old. I've been around the block. Microsoft. Microsoft has been a solid company. How much has their stock returned since inception? So over its entire life as a publicly traded company, Microsoft has generated an annual return of 26%. So we have Microsoft here. Let's just see if they offer a dividend. They do offer a dividend. Absolutely insane. So it's a 0.77. So 0.77, and the stock return is 26%. All right, again, at 50 years old, at the age of 65, that's 15 years from when you first started investing, you'll be at $1 million. If you hold on from 65, you expand that to 70 years old, you're now at $3.7 million. Insane, right? And again, once you get to 70 or whatever your magic number is, if you, within your Roth IRA, you don't sell out everything into your personal bank account. You sell out of your Microsoft position or your S&P 500, whatever you're doing, and you do more research into a dividend paying stock. Because what's going to happen is you're going to have a starting principal of, let's say, $0, and your account, it was going to be 3,740,000, and the annual share growth is let's look at JEPQ. So this is a fairly new stock. So while we wait for that to load, okay, it's just loaded. So I mean, it IPO'd at 50, went down to 39, up to 56. Let's just do JEPQ return since inception. So while that loads, we know that JEPQ offers a 9.28% dividend right here. So 9.28%. And the annual share growth is does it not have it really? Okay, a 3-year return of 8.3%. We'll go with that, 8.3%. And so what this is going to show us is what our dividend payment each month, I'm sorry, each year is going to look like, and we just break that down by 12. So this was 8.30%. 8.30. Okay. So, again, you're 50 or whatever, that 3, maybe you're 70, I forget. But you started investing when you're at 50 and you got to 3.7 million, you're happy. So you're going to get $347,000 in year 1. Now, if you want to take that 347,000 and reinvest it into the same stock, you can. But you could also I have this number the wrong way. This is 0. Okay. So you could take this 347,000, put it towards you for, I mean, 347,000 divided by 12. 347,072 divided by 12. You're getting $28,000 a month. If you wanted to forego and just have that money roll back into JEPQ for the next year, your 3.7 balance now moves up to 4.3, and you get $408,000. Again, you could take that 400,000 for a paycheck to yourself, or you can funnel it back into the stock. As you can see, it just creates a massive, massive snowball. So yeah. But this all comes from starting with $7,000 in 2024, and 2025 you're gonna add $7,000. Uh, if you started investing in JEPQ, again, this is JEPQ data. This year you're 50 years old. At the age of 70, you'll have 1.15 million. But again, you could do, again, annual share growth of Microsoft was at 26%, and they offered a 0.77% dividend. So again, 15 years from now, you'll be at 1.37. And then if you go into your 70, 20 years of just investing, you'll be at 3.7 million. So long story short, the Roth IRA is absolutely critical for your future financial well-being. We don't know what taxes are going to be like in the future. It just feels like every 5-10 years, it gets more dystopian and just insane and harder for people to survive, harder for people to succeed. I mean, real estate is absolutely almost out of reach. People are living off credit cards now. Imagine 5-10 years from now. The national minimum wage is a joke. They're misreporting data for from the economy for our GDP. So it's just a mess. The Roth IRA is honestly just like the best thing since baked bread. I don't know. Anyway, if you made it this far, consider subscribing. Let me know your thoughts on the Roth IRA. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.